Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this Money Making Monday. Here at the Pig Dogs Morning Show, man. Business as usual. Like I continue to say, won't get any easier, but we're here. Go continue to do what we do. Y'all know who's here, man. Ruffalo, Costi. Y'all know what today is, man. It's Winners and Losers Monday, man. A lot happened. Since the last time all three was running the screen and talked, man, a lot happened. So a lot to talk about today, fellas. A lot to talk about. I'm glad to see both of you gentlemen today, though. Roof, how you doing this morning?
Doing all right. It's a surly Monday, but I don't know why. I don't have a reason to be surly. Swept the NFL yesterday, 6-1 yesterday, and just one of those days where you just wake up and you're just like, I don't know. I'm just ready to kick some ass today. So I think that's just sort of the mindset I'm taking on it. I'm not going to lie. Not a great college hoops card. One NFL game, small NBA card. You don't have to bet every single game today. Today is the day where I would just tread lightly in spots. But I'm ready to break it down, you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Costi.
Yeah, I'm like Roof. Did not have a good NFL day yesterday. Did not have a good college football day on Saturday either. Probably the worst weeks in football that I've had since the beginning of the season. But that's being in the business that we're in. You have to be really understanding that this is not a linear line and you just can't stay hot forever. There's going to be a correction. There's going to be the public wins sometimes. Sometimes they win more than sometimes. So it's all good. Not really stressed about it. I feel like I did the right homework. We closed really good on a lot of the games that we gave out early, and it just didn't go our way, and that happens. But we're here. It's Monday.
You know I got to ask.
Oh, come on, man.
You know I got to ask. Did you take the Jets yesterday? Did y'all have the Jets yesterday? Just yes or no?
I was on the Seahawks.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, God, Costi.
Well, remember, the program that we run is not constituted for me picking games.
I know.
So I have to release them no matter what because it's just part of the system. But I plead the fifth. I won't actually say it out loud because it hurts too much. I mean, what the fuck are they doing up there? What are they doing?
Costi, serious question. Do you have any breadcrumbs left?
No.
Because I need to know the path and how you got there. I just
the path was there's always we always talk about it year after year. Like Big Al was last year was college basketball. Who did he have? He constantly took week after week. I can't remember it. Can't remember. But this year it started off with Chicago State. Now it's been corrected. Years ago it was the Browns in the NFL where he felt like every week. I have clients text me like, what are you doing? Why do you keep the sample size is bigger than just one season? So this year it will they get the award for being the most ass team that the Sharps keep chasing. It's just so sick. So sick.
Every sport's got one right now, and I can't think of it for
Pacific. That was the team last year that Al chased.
Yeah, he was on Pacific
all the way through. That was Pacific.
I can think right now of NBA and NFL. I can't necessarily think of NHL right now. I'll have to maybe think about it, but every sport has a toxic ex-girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? Like the one that you know is bad for you, but you keep trying to just think that they're going to change, and it does nothing but make you break shit.
Yeah, you're right.
And once you get
a Venus flytrap. So
yeah.
Who is it that in the NBA?
The New York Knicks. Or the Minnesota Timberwolves. That they're supposed to be better than they are. You know what you have a set of expectations for them. You keep hoping that they're going to do you right. They keep finding ways to disappoint you.
I would say
it keeps making you want to break shit.
I would say yes in certain aspects, but neither one of them are nearly as bad as the Jets. But yes,
no. But I'm saying for the NBA.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you though.
The Jets. Yeah, the Jets are toxic.
I had to remind people this morning on the gym session that we didn't just start calling the Minnesota Timberwolves the house of disappointment this season, last season. This has been a 2-3 season thing. That's just who they are. I'll talk about them in a minute, but yeah, man,
they're so bad. It's just I can't sleep at night. There's certain things. I'm usually really good about sleeping at night, but all I hear is Jets, 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 Jets. When I go to sleep, man, keeps me up for at least 3 hours a night.
The double fade Jets parlay cash yesterday. Shout out them Dallas Stars. They beat the Winnipeg Jets yesterday. Yeah, man, wasn't a good day to be a Jets fan. A lot else happened yesterday, man. Costy's kicker has the yips. Bird Gang Eagles, man, I would say are the favorite right now for me in the NFC. I'd already said that. I didn't come to this conclusion yesterday. I just thought that their last loss of the season would be yesterday, just with how good Lamar Jackson and company were against the NFC. But let's hop right in, I guess, fellas. My first winner of the week, Philadelphia Eagles, man. God damn. If their defense, this is what I'll say, if their defense is going to play that well, they're going to win the Super Bowl. No, I'm lying. They ain't winning the Super Bowl. I'm just piping them up. I still think Mahomes and them three-peating, but they'll be in the Super Bowl. I don't know if I got them to beat Mahomes and them yet, because I still think Mahomes and them going, but they'll be in there. Their defense looked really good yesterday. Of all things to take away from that game yesterday, I thought, man, this Eagles defense is much better than I've given them credit for all season long. So my first winner of the week would probably be Eagles, and then to get specific, Eagles defense. Offensively, we knew the weapons that they had. My concern was Jalen Hurts. Could he and would he stand up? We kind of seen him fall off sometimes in the second half of seasons, but he's playing well right now. Shout out to him. But the difference is they got Saquon Barkley in that backfield. I can't believe the Giants didn't re-sign him. It's really crazy when you look back at it and really think about it. And really think that now Saquon's on the Eagles. So they got a lot of talent over there, man. They got a lot of talent over there. Shout out to them. My first winner of the week, Philadelphia Eagles. Ruffalo?
My first one of the week, Buffalo Bills.
Shout out them boys, too.
Overtaken as now my favorite in the AFC.
Okay.
I think I get where some people will make the argument for the Kansas City Chiefs, the whole argument of to be the man, you got to beat the man. Well, they did beat him in the regular season. I know you still got to beat them in the playoffs. But this is now a team we're talking about that's won 7 straight, put up 30 plus in 5 of those 6 games. Sorry, 5. Pardon me. Let me just restart. They've won 7 straight, put up 30 plus in 6 straight. Won 5 of those 6 games by double digits. They're just firing on all cylinders right now. It's crazy. The Buffalo Bills. There was a trend when Josh Allen first came into the NFL, and it held true through the first few seasons, where when he would win and when the Bills would win, they would win by margin. And now it's starting to pick up again. I think Allen, off of a bye in his career, is 7-0, and he's won the last 5 home games off a bye by double digits. Now, I know you can call into the question some of the competition he's played, a banged up 49ers team, but he didn't play defense. The Bills defense still held the 49ers to 10 points in that game. They went on the road, they beat Seattle, beat up on Seattle, double-digit win over Indy. They're just on another level right now. So for me, right now it's the Lions-Bills Super Bowl. That's where I've got it. So Buffalo Bills are my first winner of the week.
Fair. Costa.
Loser. Because he's such a loser. Justin Tucker. What the fuck is going on, man? I mean, how do you become the best kicker of all time? You're in your early 30s and you have the yips, but it's not even just missing field goals. It's missing extra points. I mean, like Jay said, look, the Eagles defense is probably the most complete unit in the NFL. Their defensive line, they can rush 4 and get pressure. They have a rookie that's probably going to win, potentially rookie of the year on the defensive side with Mitchell. They have a lot of other guys that are just very serviceable. And you're in the game. You miss an extra point. Miss a fucking extra point. What are you doing? Now, I don't even know where they go from here, because statistically and analytics wise, if you're 4th and 8 and you have a field goal, like you're going for the first down. At this point, they might be going to get 4 or 5 yards, knowing they're going to go on 4th down going forward. I mean, if it's that much, because the field position change when you miss a field goal, it swings the momentum, it swings the entire field position, and now you're putting your defense back in a tough position. It's disappointing. I mean, that extra point, forget about the field goals. People miss field goals. He was 2 out of 4 from field goals. Not saying that's great, but people miss field goals. It was cold. It was windy. It was flurries. But that extra point was the reason that they were down 9 on that drive, what they had to go for it on 4th down late in the 4th quarter, versus being down 8, where they punt the ball and play defense, which they had a couple 3-and-outs when they pinned the Eagles deep before. That's a huge difference. And the Ravens this year, they've lost a combined 5 games by 22 points. And all of Justin Tucker's field goals combined 22 points. So,
yeah, I saw that stat this morning.
And I get it. Lamar didn't play his best game. The Eagles defense came to play, but we were right there in it. And, your kicker's got to make field goals. It's just, you got to make 75% of the field goals. You can't make 50% of the field goals when you kick 4 of them. Unfortunate, but trends are broken. Like we said, Lamar's so good against NFC. Trends are made to be broken. It's not going to be something that's a constant, but they came in and punched us in the mouth, and it was just deflating. So Justin Tucker, I don't know, man. People keep saying he's got to go, but what are they going to find off the street? It's like you're just in a really bad spot with somebody that could have been a Hall of Fame kicker before the season started to now ruining his entire.
He still will be. He's just.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, man. Nobody as a kicker goes out this bad. Nobody.
He might kick. He gonna hit a game winner in one game and redeem himself. It'll be all good. You just hurting today. It's okay. It's okay.
You needs to go to the strip club.
We've got a Royal Farms commercial every 5 minutes.
I thought you were. I
don't think I've
Royal Farms was the name of it.
So, I don't know. That might be gone. God, he's so bad. That's my loser. First one.
Loser for me. So many. I'm going to go sad to do it, but the truth is the truth. I got to go Miami. The Hurricanes. Oh, my goodness. What a crash. Oh, my God. Lose outright. Now you're not in the ACC championship game. And now you're probably not making the playoff. You need like some crazy things to happen, but I doubt that they happen. So it's like, man, you had the keys and then you didn't. Damn. So that'd be mine. Winner, SMU. SMU, if you go win this football game, oh my God, y'all gonna have the city turn. Y'all gonna have the city so turn. Come on, SMU, go do it, man. Also, another winner. Did y'all see the Syracuse coach's interview after the game?
I hate Syracuse so much.
He said,
Al McCord, president.
He said,
what?
What did he say?
The Grilled Cheese IQ Society. Fucking idiot.
I forgot what he said verbatim, but he basically was like, Dabo, cop. He was like, Dabo, you're welcome. I got you in, baby. Oh, man. It was hilarious. So, college football, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's going to continue to be crazy, man.
That shit is such a roller coaster. I still remember sitting, was it there? I can't remember. I think it was, I think when we were all sitting at dinner at Barry's in Vegas when SMU lost to BYU.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like,
this team's ass. Oh, man.
And it was like, dude, they barely beat Nevada. It's like a 27-point favorite in the opener. It's like, we're thinking, oh man, write this team off. And shit, now look at them.
Man. I could have went with the easy one, but that was too easy.
I think I'll probably have to go with it.
All right, go with it.
Loser, Ohio State.
Ohio fucking State.
I'll do it. I'll pour one. I'll do it for Mitch. He would have ripped Ryan Day a new asshole for that.
He would have.
Ryan Day is looking on LinkedIn for jobs right now. I get it. People are gonna be like, oh well, Ohio State still has a good enough resume to make the college football playoff. When going into that game against Indiana, they had one win against a ranked team. People were whooping all this shit about Indiana. Oh, they have a shit schedule and all this stuff. Yeah, but you know what? Like I said, one more win over a ranked team than Indiana had, and it was a 7-point win over a Penn State team that basically vomited all over themselves and shit the bed in that game. They had so many chances to win. So I have nothing for Ohio State. Vominos, get them out of the playoffs. I don't care. That deserves to get them kicked out. They're not going to because it's too much money, to kick Ohio State out of the playoff. But if we're gonna need a reason for people to complain about the college football playoff and saying that it's flawed and saying that the selection committee process is flawed, here's your reason. Here's your Ohio State is going to be your reason. Like we talked about Florida State last year being undefeated and missing out on the top 4. It's going to be if Ohio State or Alabama gets in. Because Alabama's 9-3 with no conference champion.
As of right now, they in. I think Bama in right now.
And all the conversation, and I get it. The SEC is heavily weighted and gets all this.
The poll came out yesterday. Hold on, let me see. Let me double check.
Because the new rankings are going to come out. I think.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the college football ranking, but I saw the AP did they rank?
Well, no, but they still did the.
You see what it was
like the bracket reveal, and I think it still had Alabama in or like.
I forgot. It was
first team out. But I'm saying even though the SEC gets the most respect, the whole conversation, this whole playoff, ever since we started talking about a 12-team playoff, was that no 3-loss team is going to get it. It's only going to be a 2-loss team, and even then, you probably have to.
I said a 3-loss team was getting in. I told you.
I know you. I'm saying you. But I'm saying like the whole narrative over the course of this whole thing was that no 3-loss team was going to get in, and I can tell you. From watching Alabama this year, this was just not the same Alabama team as years past. And if this team gets in, again, it's going to be an example of why this system is flawed. So, but going back to the original point, Ohio State, get them out. That was horrendous. I get you could have made a strong case if they win that game, even by a little bit, because they still only have a 1-point loss as their only loss of the season to the number 1 team in the country. But now. Adios,
amigos. Koski.
Man, like Jay said,
you guys are getting better at when I lob these up for you. That you just
we need some sounds. Jay, you have to invest yourself in some
on a soundboard.
I can pull up a soundboard on my phone, but it won't be the same. It's just like when I had to run. No. Constantly giving up the soundboard of what he hears at home.
I'll do your own soundboard. Can't do the laughs. The laughs, that was the last little like jolly laugh. It's always like this the trailer laugh.
Yeah.
Let's see, loser. Man, they could have been a loser every single week this week in the NFL. Cincinnati defense. How are you going to let your boy, Joe Burr, get whored out like that, man? Like, why?
That was going to be my next winner. Not Cincinnati, but Pittsburgh.
I mean, just look, and he's in my division. But, man, I just feel bad for this guy. He puts up a ton of points. It just doesn't matter. You can't score. He's got to score 40 minimum just to win games.
Even against a non-offensive team like Pittsburgh.
Right.
It's crazy.
And from last year's roster, they didn't lose that much. They didn't lose. That's what the crazy part is. I don't know what's going on, whether it's a defensive coordinator, scheme. I feel bad for him, man. The guys that playing at a superstar level stats-wise this year and just can't get wins. And it's not like he's not getting there at the end of the game, whether it's a missed field goal, defense shits the bed. Cincinnati defense, just quit. Just give up. Don't even play the last month of the season. Fucking terrible, man.
Go ahead and lose next week too, so we can be back in it. Oh, man. Let me see what else I can pull out my hat, man. Let me see what else I can pull out. Winner. I don't think I've ever done an NBA winner and loser on a Monday, but I'm gonna go Cleveland Cavaliers. Shout out them boys, man.
I was thinking of doing an NBA one too, so don't even worry about it.
Shout out them boys, man. That was a hell of a comeback yesterday in that fourth quarter for the win. I ain't gonna lie. I thought we was out of it. They had the huge run early, then the Celtics came back, went on the run, kind of held the lead. I thought we was out of it, man. I was like, damn. And them boys turned up. Donovan Mitchell turned up. Shout out them Cavs. Bounce back spot at home that also happens to be a revenge game, man. I love them spots, man. Love them spots. Shout out the Cavs. That was the longest, 2 minutes at the end of that game, the free throw game they was playing. That shit took forever. And Pritchard almost pulled it off. He just went a little too early. That was crazy, but that was a good game. Shout out to the Cavs, man. Legitimate title contenders. I still think Boston's the better team in a 7-game series. I still would have Boston winning, but I think, as I've been trying to tell people, I think Cleveland is better than a lot of people give them credit for. Like, they are for real this year. They for real. Shout out Cleveland.
God, we could probably just do like an hour of just winners and losers. Now I'm looking at like the NBA yesterday still.
Man, a lot. That's what I said. I said at the top of the show, man, there was so much that happened since the last time we all were here.
Should we keep going?
If you want.
All right. I want to go with a loser from the NBA, but there were so many. Do I go with the Utah Jazz with a bonehead of a coach? Do I go with the Miami Heat, who just didn't show up against
Seattle?
Or do I go with the Indiana Pacers, whose only D is in the name Indiana? I mean,
for real, all three.
But you know what? Those three are a consolation to the Denver Nuggets,
man.
Who I think we just have to say that right now, just don't have it. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not going to be fine down the road. I'm just saying right now, they're playing just like a 50-50 team. I know, you look at the record, 10-8, it's above 500, but right now they've alternated wins and losses in each of their last 7. It just doesn't feel like this Denver Nuggets team has the same punch as they have in years past. And I get it. They just played a couple of road games. The majority of the recent games have been on the road, but Jay, you know as well as I do, the Nuggets haven't necessarily been the same team at home this season. And like I said, at a certain point, it'll change. But to me right now, until they figure it out, it's hard to get on the Denver Nuggets. And shout out to the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers are playing well despite no Kawhi, losing Paul George. Just being that team that sort of has the one good player and then just a bunch of really good above average players in relief. So I kind of went like a weird route with that loser Denver Nuggets.
For sure. I'm with you on that one, for sure. Costi, you got another one?
Yeah, let's circle back to the NFL. Here's another loser, Kirk Cousins. What the hell are you doing, man?
I seen a lot of Falcons fans calling for Penix, man. I see them starting to call.
What are you doing? How are you going to throw 4 interceptions?
5, no?
Thought he threw 4.
I thought it was 5.
He's ass.
4 interceptions.
4? Should have been 5.
Should have been 5. I mean,
he deserved to throw 5.
Embarrassed.
I think he just threw another one.
He's still throwing them.
Yeah.
And usually, it's look, you got to analytically, it's not a primetime game. It's not in the playoffs.
I love how analytically a primetime game comes into the game.
Just saying. That's been his Achilles heel. At home, Chargers on a short week. And you do what? Now, again, I'm not going to blame the kicker for all of it, but Koo's been on that.
He been on that, yep.
He's been on that train, that Tucker train also. I don't know what's going on with these kickers, man.
The yips. Yeah, I can't have the best kicker in the league like my team got. I'm sorry.
He missed last week, too.
No,
Chip shot.
He tripping sometimes, too.
But remember in the beginning of the season, we talked about, like, man, all these kickers are making 50+ like it's nothing consistently. Like, why is it so easy? Now it's the complete opposite. It's how the NFL is. Not for long. It's what's been that way for a very, very long time. And if you're not really good at your craft and you're constantly practicing to improve, you're going to be left behind. And Atlanta Falcons, that mediocre-ass division, man. Now you got the Bucks at the heels, half game back. Carolina looks like they have potential to stay in every single game. The resurrection of Bryce Young. All he needed to do was get put on the bench, man. All the pressure's gone. He's just balling out there.
Shout out Bryce.
But yeah, Atlanta Falcons, man, you paid all that money for Kirk Cousins, and he can't even win that pathetic division. You suck.
Ooh, I got one. It's probably my last one, but I got a good one. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. Shout out my man. Anthony Richardson, man. Shout out my dude, man. Go down and win the football game. Game on the line. Let me just get in there. Touchdown, man. Shout out Anthony Richardson. Shout out them Colts, man. That Colts.
That fucking coach.
That fucking coach. Shout out them boys, man. Shout out the Colts. Kept their season alive yesterday. Granted, they played the Patriots. But
that's what
they almost got a field goal late in the game.
But hey, a win is a win. A win is a win. Count it.
Ugly day in the NFL yesterday.
Yeah, I'm just going down college, seeing if there's anything else that.
How about Josh Allen with the double touchdown play?
Oh, that shit was.
Didn't he? So hold on. So he had the triple. He had the passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown.
Right,
but then he also had the one where he passed it to himself,
and he got
credited as a pass to himself.
Yeah,
this is a cheat code, man. I don't care what anyone says.
So in fantasy, I do some high stakes fantasy leagues, and we do team quarterbacks. So sometimes there's a cheat code when you had Taysom Hill because he was listed as a quarterback for many years. And Derek Carr would come in and throw the ball to Taysom Hill, but because he was still listed as a quarterback, he would get the touchdown for passing and receiving. There's a couple guys back in the day. Brad Smith for the New York Jets was a cheat code. It happens every now and then, but this was like not a cheat code that became a cheat code within the game.
Costy's not going to like what I have to say.
What?
It comes to Josh Allen.
Yeah, what's that?
I just saw a comment that basically summarizes my exact thoughts.
No,
Man,
he's the leader right now. He is.
I ain't gonna lie. He had a hell
Where
of a week.
Lamar is still, no?
I ain't gonna lie. Nah,
Lamar's
he
plus
won.
100.
That's who won the weekend, man. He had a hell of a weekend. He got engaged to Haley Steinfeld. Then you go out there and have that
Yeah.
ball.
Tell me about it. How am I going to sit here not knowing that Haley Steinfeld's off the market? What the hell?
Shout out Josh Allen, man.
Shout out Josh Allen. Good at
Kelsey
golf.
Plum ain't responding to my freaking DM, so I forgot about Haley Steinfeld.
Beat the Chiefs this year.
She beat the Chiefs. He on a run.
Shout out Josh. Now, right now, he's the leader for MVP. Saquon is plus 425. Jared Goff is plus 1,000, and Lamar is plus 1,100.
I had no idea that Lamar fell off that much.
Yep. They have 5 losses.
True. But I mean, I guess I kind of negate my own argument when I say it's, contributed to team success. But then you look at Lamar's numbers, and what does he only have? Like 3 interceptions this season, almost 600 rushing yards. But I guess
the MVP now is kind of tied to team success. If it wasn't, my MVP would definitely be Joe Burrow. Joe Shiesty. Mr. Joe Go Get.
Oh my God, let it go.
No, okay. Bro. Y'all not be seeing what he be doing out there, bro. It's not his fault. The defense is hot ass. It's not his fault, bro.
No, I know.
He be out there looking so fucking sweet. I ain't gonna lie. He be out there. If I was starting I ain't gonna lie. If I was starting a franchise right now,
yeah,
and everybody was on the board, it would be hard for me not to take my boy Joe Burrow first, even over Mahomes. I would probably do the logical thing and take Mahomes. But then, like, say Mahomes was off the board and it was like Allen, Lamar, Joe. I'm taking Joe, bro. Okay.
So I got a question for you. So you take Joe Burrow comes with a package. It has to come with this one or two guys. Do you take Jamar Chase or JJ?
I'm taking Jamar. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, in a vacuum, who's the better player? Probably Jettas. But it's
you got to preface it. You got to preface it by saying this: if there's no history, because I think the history between Jamar and Joe Burrow had something to play into it.
They all had history.
Well, I know they do, but I'm saying if you include the Cincinnati Bengals tenure.
Right.
Like I'm saying, if we're just going off of just day one.
Well, Jamar was better in college than JJ.
It's close to me.
They were close, but it wasn't.
I'm saying, like, right now, even it's close. I would probably go Jettas. And the thing is like Jettas, the thing, I think Jamar has had the better quarterback their entire career. Chase has, but Chase be balling too, bro. The defense so ass. Fix the defense, Cincinnati. Damn, please.
Yeah, they should draft all defense, the entire draft. Because I don't know if they're going to be able to keep Higgins.
Right. I don't know if he wants to be kept. There's been times where it just feels like he wants to go somewhere where he can be the star of the show. I don't know.
Well, when he has a hangnail, he's not playing. The hangnail usually keeps him out a couple weeks. Then he comes back, drops, touchdown, 80 yards, 7 receptions.
He misses with the cramps.
I just need him around for the playoffs, fantasy playoffs.
They might be so bad he might, be chilling. Because they got us this coming up week, right? Yeah, they do. We're gonna beat them. Is the line out? They got them -6 in Dallas. Oh, they crazy. I'm gonna add plus 210 money line.
They got a -6. Dude.
Yeah, they got a -6.
I'm looking at it right now.
Monday Night Football. They might carve us up, but then they might not. I don't know. They defense gonna give it up too.
Yeah, so what? They can carve you up. You could still score 30 plus.
Right. We'll see. It's gonna be a fun game Monday night. I might go. I ain't been to a Cowboy game in a minute. That's the perfect game for me to go to.
Oh yeah, there's no stress. You're just there to hang out and eat food.
Yeah, and then it's not the reason I don't like going to NFL games usually is because they're on Sunday, and it's like Sunday at home watching all the games is much better than going to one.
Right.
So, but standalone Monday night, I might be there. We'll see. All right, fellas, you want to talk about today?
Let's do it.
Starting the NHL in pure Mitch fashion. Let's get it over with.
Not me.
Jeez.
You guys could start in the NHL.
Ruth, lead us off, my man. What we got?
All right. Well, it's a small card, 3-game card. I'm still trying to work up the muster to do the wraparound after we get off the air. But right now, got the Devils and the Rangers, got the Blackhawks and the Maple Leafs, and the Utah Hockey Club against Jay.
Dallas Stars
On a back-to-back.
versus the Arizona Coyotes.
Don't make me pull out the
Have they said anything about what they're gonna name this team? I'm tired of the hockey.
I think they're sticking with Yetis, to be honest. I don't know. It's stupid. But there's not much you can work with Utah. I don't know. One I thought was sick was the Utah Frost, but
that's kind of hard.
yeah. Utah Hockey Club just sounds too.
Yeah, I don't. I saw something in Commanders and the logo. You know, they in talks. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a lot going on.
Yeah, I have my opinions on that, but those it's very. Yeah, I can understand both sides of it, but like I said, I planted my flag.
No, I get it.
For these three free play, let's go with the New York Rangers. I think they're the better team. I just think that you look at the records and you see 16-9-2 for the Devils and 13-9-1 for the Rangers. And you go, well, if you're just looking at blind records, you go with the New Jersey Devils. But the Rangers have owned this matchup in New York in past seasons. You know, the Rangers, I think, are the better team, the better goaltending. That's, just had a bit of a rough patch. I mean, they just snapped a 5-game losing streak with a win at home over Montreal. New Jersey is 10-4 on the road, but, they've been giving up some goals in the last couple games, giving up 10 goals in the last 2 games. So give me the New York Rangers here, plus money. I think that's where the value is. I would take the Leafs as well, the puck line, but it's just hard at minus 425. You're minus 1.5 is minus 160. So
minus 2.5 plus 125.
Yeah, but you also get to factor in the Blackhawks have won the last 3 meetings.
Triple revenge spot.
Triple revenge. So it's like you can make the case either way. The Blackhawks have won the last 3 meetings, but Toronto wasn't 10-3 at home last year like they are right now, and they're not playing. They're playing some of their best hockey of the season so far.
Yeah, that was technically that wouldn't even.
Oh my God! Stop it.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying they haven't played the Blackhawks yet this season.
Oh yeah, it's true. You're just telling me to slow down with the last season. I'm like, bro, that's all we've been doing the last 2 weeks.
No. I'm saying they haven't played yet this season. So I was looking at it.
Yeah.
I would lean Maple Leafs minus 2.5. I'm not in love with it. I would lean Dallas Stars minus the 135, but I'm not in love with that either on the back end of a back-to-back with travel following, such a big game yesterday. So like if there was a flat spot, I wouldn't be surprised if it's here for Dallas. And then they kind of get back to rolling. It's the first meeting versus the hockey club this season. I lean Dallas, but I wouldn't be shocked if the hockey club won the game. And the line kind of telling plus 115 on the hockey club. It's not enough to make me fade them. It's make me enough to think about it. And that's really it. Nothing for me, Devils, Rangers. And we know Costi. Let's keep it rolling. Let's talk.
Throw a dart.
It would only be right. It would only be right. If I started giving out hockey picks, Mitch would be He'd be really upset. He'd be like, "What are you doing?" I just hear it. Just hear it right here. What are you doing?
Let's talk.
That's it. No.
Let's talk some college hoops. We got
you could probably go with like the whole card in one, to be honest.
One swoop. All right, let's do one swoop. UMBC in Georgetown, William and Mary versus Old Dominion. Bryant versus Drexel. Coppin State versus Loyola, Maryland.
7 miles away from each other.
We got Air Force versus Miami, Ohio. Yale versus Rhode Island. UT Arlington versus ULM. Tulane versus SE Louisiana. Chicago State versus St. Thomas. St. Louis versus Jackson State. We got the Al McMorty Pacific versus #We Come in Colorado.
Pacific McMortys.
The McMortys. He is on the Pacific side too, so it kind of just goes hand in hand. He hasn't taken them once this year, though. He told me, he's like, I got off the train, so I'm not once.
Okay. And we got Nevada versus Washington State. Costi, you're first, my man.
I'm going to take Rhode Island. This team has come out balling this year. They're traditionally a good team before they get the conference play. A lot of times they don't have the toughest schedule early on, and they've been dominating. They have been great against the spread, but they were also laying extended double-digit numbers. I'm not sold on this Yale team. I know they're going to try to slow it down, but this Yale team has lost to at Delaware. They lost to at Minnesota, which Minnesota's decent, but I'm just not sold on them. I think Rhode Island just has a really talented team this year, so it's only 2.5 at home, so I'll take Rhode Island. It's really the only game I really like. Maybe also sprinkle a little on Tulane as well. Southeastern Louisiana is trash. Tulane's just had the tougher schedule early on. Losing to Wyoming by 1. They lost to Belmont. They got blown out at Belmont. And then I just think they've had the tougher schedule. They should be able to get the cover here. Laying 8. Not in love with that one. I definitely like Rhode Island more, but those are my 2 for today.
Fair enough. For me, I don't really love today's card. I've yet to have my first college hoops premium either. I'm finna start probably tomorrow though. Tomorrow we got a huge card, right? I think I saw that.
I haven't looked. To be
honest, it's a huge card tomorrow. It's a nice card tomorrow. I was glazing at it. So I'll probably have my first one tomorrow, man. So be on the lookout for that. Shit. Yeah, it's a nice, huge card tomorrow.
It's not huge, but there's a lot of good games.
Yeah. So, but today for me, I would lean towards UT Arlington laying the 8.5 on ULM. I know they have the same record. I know UTA has lost, or UTA has one less loss than ULM, but and I know they've lost 3 or 4. But just looking at both of these teams, UTA has just played the much tougher schedule. That's all that it is they played the tougher teams. And I think this is like a step down in competition for them, like kind of a get right, ease the ship style spot. I think they beat up on ULM tonight, honestly. I think they probably take them out of shed. This might be like a 15-point win for Arlington. I'm going to lay the points with them. I agree with Costi. It's same thing he said about Tulane and Louisiana. SE Louisiana. I think this is a nice get-right game at home, at the crib for Tulane. I think they've played the tougher schedule. I know they have a common opponent. They both play Wyoming, and Tulane lost by 1, and Louisiana only lost by 3. But I think this is just a get-right spot for Tulane. Bounce-back spot at home, at the crib. And they can beat up on SE Louisiana. So anything else that I really like? It's a small card. that Pacific Colorado game, I feel like bounce back spot at home for Colorado. Probably just lay it. I'm gonna say lay it. They've been what? They've been at these tournaments recently, so they haven't really been home. Should be a good spot. Speaking of college hoops, did you see Dan Hurley crying? He annoying. Talking about some yeah, I don't think we're gonna be doing these MVEs anymore. Just because they lost, he don't want to be doing them tournaments. And I'm like, nah, yeah. We get on these neutral floor and your team, man, is dominant. Y'all get beat. Now you don't want to play neutral site early in the season. Little crybaby. He just looked like a big old crybaby up there to me when he was saying that. Like, bro, you just got beat. It is what it is, man. Move on. But oh well, I digress. Chris.
Here, I'm losing my mouse here. See, there's something you passed on to all of us. Lose my mouse. Give me the under in Loyola, Maryland, and Coppin State. Coppin State couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. They put up 55 points or less in 6 of their 8 games this season. I get it. Level of competition is part of that, but yeah, I still don't think they're going to be able to score a whole lot here. And like a 66-59 kind of game gets to the window on both sides. So give me the under in Loyola, Maryland, and Coppin State. Give me William and Mary laying the 6.5 against Old Dominion. It's crazy to me to lay 6.5 with William and Mary on the road, but that's how bad Old Dominion has been this season. It's a fate of Old Dominion more than anything else. And the one that I wish I was getting more points with than I would take if the line were, going in that direction is Yale plus the 3.5. I think that's just a game where I would want the underdog in that spot because Yale for me is just so battle tested. They kept the game close against Purdue. This is a team that under James Jones has been an NCAA tournament, even though the lineup changes. But under James Jones, I think 4 NCAA tournament appearances in the last 8 years. So this is a team that knows how to win, knows how to compete. And as good as Rhode Island is, I just think that Yale can hang around. So I'll take Yale plus the 3.5 in that one.
Fair enough, fellas. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go over to the National Basketball Association, man, the NBA. We're playing basketball. We love that
Damn it.
basketball. Let's go. Let's do 2 at a time, I guess. We got the Pelicans and the Hawks, and the Heat and the Celtics. I'm up first here. I'm gonna fade Miami here. I'm gonna lean towards Boston. I faded Boston yesterday as my top play. I had Cleveland. It was just a really good spot and situation for Cleveland. Bounce back spot at home that also happens to be a revenge game. Cleveland had lost back-to-back in disappointing fashion to Atlanta. Boston was the team that ended Cleveland's undefeated streak. Cleveland was undefeated until they played Boston. So it was a really good spot to take Cleveland yesterday. It's not a good spot to take Miami today, in my opinion. Both teams coming to this one on back end of back-to-backs with travel. But Miami is not a good team to me right now. Their best player is Tyler Hero, and I don't trust him, not against the best team in the league, the Boston Celtics. We saw the Celtics have a sizable lead over Cleveland yesterday. The question for me most nights is not, is Boston the better team or anything like that? It's just, is Boston motivated to hold the lead? And I think on a night like this, following an L, going up against a rival that they, don't like, this is a spot that kind of just blow the doors off of a team they are head and shoulders better than. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about that game. Don't like the spot for Miami. They got beat by the Raptors of all teams yesterday. Some people may say look ahead spot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that. faded in Boston yesterday. I thought it was just a great spot to do so. I don't think it's a great spot to do so tonight. Give me the Celtics. That Atlanta Pelicans game, both teams are on the DNB. So I'm not betting the game. I'm just going to be 1,000 with y'all. This game is not getting any amount of money from me. If I were to bet it, I would take the Pelicans, though. And it just comes down to, yes, the Pelicans are on the do not bet list. Yes, they're still banged up. Yes, they got taken behind the shed yesterday by the Knicks. They got taken behind the fucking bullshit yesterday. I just still don't feel comfortable laying this many points with the Hawks. Not saying the Hawks don't win, not saying that the Hawks aren't the better team. I just don't feel comfortable laying and expecting Atlanta to win by 10. You feel me? Do I have to start looking at Atlanta a little differently in like the underdog role when they're playing good teams? Yes, I think they've shown that ability thus far this season. When they play good teams, they might play up to, their competition. But I don't mean we go lay 10 points with them. I get it. It's the Pelicans, and they ass. They got to take them out of the shed, bro. The Knicks boy was balling yesterday, but I can't do it. I can't, so I won't. Roof.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Heat and the points, and a lot of it was because of kind of what you mentioned. It is a rivalry game. These two teams don't like each other. So it's always one of those things where you think that maybe the Heat are going to get up for this game. And while the Celtics are, your defending champions and are probably the better team, I'm not going to dispute that. They're just, if you look at their history as a home favorite, in their last 30 as a home favorite, going back to last year, 14-14-2 against the number. So 50-50.
Fair.
And the number as a double-digit home favorite, 12-10-2 against the number. So kind of in that same 50% ballpark. While the Heat, something was surprising to me. Do you know who the best ATS road underdog is since the start of last season?
Road
Miami Heat.
21-13 against the number.
Yeah.
So with this line now moving up to, I think 10, is it? I gotta take the points with the Heat here. I think the Celtics win, but kind of like what we saw last year. It's a playoff revenge spot now for the Miami Heat, who last time they were in this building got crushed 118-84. And last time we saw, the rematch, because remember, I think they met in the playoffs the year prior to. On opening night, they went into Boston as 9-point dogs and snuck in the back door and lost by 8. I could see something exactly the same here. So I'll take the Heat and the points. And that other game, Hawks, Pelicans. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
It gives me gas. I'm gonna do it.
You gonna lay it with Atlanta?
I'm gonna lay it with Atlanta.
No, don't do it, man. It's okay. You could do some kind of sexy
here's
pick.
Here's the thing. If I had a gun
I don't want to hear.
and they said to me, you have to bet this game, I'm betting the Hawks.
What are you doing?
No.
You all right?
I need when things kind of, I'm gonna.
I know. In what world? I know.
No, I'm gonna ask Carrie for the laminated do not bet list.
Oh, okay.
I need that. I need it. I need that right here on my desk. And number one on that list forever will be the Atlanta Hawks.
I get it, but they're not the number one team anymore.
No,
this is why we have to do a
3 games. They've won 3 games.
And they didn't cover last game either.
They've won 3 games.
Okay, fine. You want me to? Fine, I'll make the case for the other way. The New Orleans Pelicans in the last 2 games have lost by 11.
No.
They're ass. No, yeah, they're ass.
They're both ass. But you can take a sexy pick. You don't have to choose the Hawks or the Pelicans.
Yeah, we're not mad at you for saying the Pelicans are ass. We know that.
Yeah, we know it. We're not fighting it.
In the last 5 games, they're shooting 48.1% from the field. step up from their season-long.
They
numbers.
are terrible.
They're terrible, and I'm not going to back them.
Period.
I'm not going to back them a lot this season. I'm just
You should
saying.
back. They're on a do not bet list for a reason. What are you doing? I think you
With
need
the game,
to
with the one game
you
that
need to
I was
reevaluate
probably
your
not
life.
betting today.
You really do.
This
You need
is
to
what happened.
reevaluate your life. This is not how I wanted Monday to start. I was having a really good day.
Oh, fuck. Fine. Well, I can't even. You know what? Fine. I'm taking a Ruffalo on it because there's no way I can get to any side of the total either.
Thank you.
Because there's no. Because the Hawks could very well put up 130 on their own.
Stop saying that name.
Put up 100.
Stop
and
talking
the Pelicans. Shut up. The Pelicans could also. The Pelicans could also put up like 80. So it's like, I'm sick of this shit.
Shout out them Hawks, man. If they come out and cover for Roof tonight, we're gonna see, man.
If they come out and cover me, I'm gonna kick Coffee in the shin next time I see him in Vegas. And be like, remember December 2nd, 2024. You talked me off the Hawks, you piece of shit.
We're walking into Spago, and then I hear one of these.
we walk into Spago.
Where did that come from? Completely forgot about it. Roof did not.
We walk into Spago. Costy's about to sit down. I go, hey, Costy, you remember December 2nd? I just pull the chair out from underneath him. He just falls flat on his ass.
Oh, gee. Good.
We definitely gotta hit the spot, though. Definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna sort out March, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we gotta do it.
Got to.
Aria, Vidara. You can't change any of that stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm down.
Roll the dice for our boy, man.
Sure.
I just found out that there's just random side note. I just found out that there's like a gambling school where they train people to be dealers that you can actually go if you're just a regular person and go and learn how to play games.
Yeah, they have a whole casino that's a fake casino where they have slot machines where they and they teach.
Yeah, I know, but it was on Fremont Street, I think.
Got it. Okay,
but they just moved it to just somewhere just off the strip because their lease expired or something. So. Because nobody showed me how to play craps.
The lease expired.
I can show you how to play craps. That's not
okay, good. That way I don't have to pay for it.
I was decent. Like I knew what I was doing. I was decent, and then Mitch kind of put me on game on how he play, and I've been much better once I kind of adopted Mitch's style. So
Okay, hold on to that because
it's not fully his style. I ain't gonna lie,
but that's fine.
He was
it's
more
better than what I've got right now.
More aggressive than I was.
It's better than what I got right now, which is nothing.
Okay, yeah. But overall, it's not as complicated as it looks. It's not.
What pissed me off, and we'll get back. I'm sorry. I'll get back on topic in a second. What pissed me off is when we were in Vegas. I kept saying, "Yo, someone let me know when you guys are going down to play craps. I want to go make some money." And I was like, okay. Everybody's like, okay, we'll let you know. No one said shit to me. I was sitting there in the hotel room eating expired wings.
There's not really. This is not a time thing. It's just kind of like a feel.
Yeah, low key.
But you can still text me when you have that feeling.
Yeah, but
you text me when you got bubble guts and the Taco Bell ain't sitting right.
You got Bobby running around. Bobby's all up in your face, man. It's hard to really focus.
That's not.
All right. I'll let it slide this time. But
you're sitting there. You have 2 Pepsis in front of you, and Bobby brings you 3 more. Now you have 5 in front of you.
That's what I love about Bobby. Bro, drink up. You haven't touched your 3rd Pepsi.
Bro. Dude. Shout out Bobby, man. That's my guy.
We're going to have to do that thing at Aria again.
Oh, yeah, the viewing party?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get tickets for it.
So I'm down. I'm there.
They may or may not categorize me as a whale.
That's fine. Just send them to me.
For my losses at the slot machine. It's not for the sportsbook wins. It's for the losses.
I said expired Wingstop. Reality was just Wingstop that was in the fridge for 2 days. I just said expired because I was talking shit. But Wingstop is ass. I'm sorry. Jay knows my argument. Jay saw firsthand my argument of why I don't like Wingstop and the and the proof of it. But anyways,
Is it my turn?
I think you just got a bad one. We'll see.
it was an edible, bro. Like I couldn't eat it.
No, as I said, I think you just got a bad batch, bro. I had to.
Nah, I'm putting
Bad
Dave,
batch of
I'm putting
Wingstop?
Dave's ahead of Wingstop.
Wingstop's fire.
I rock with Wingstop. I might go get Wingstop for lunch today. I might go get me a chicken sandwich.
Bro, after this, I'm going to Dave's.
Hot chicken?
You are?
Yeah.
They have one here. They just opened up another one. It's from the West Coast called it wasn't good. They tried to like recreate Dave's. It was
Houston hot chicken.
Nashville.
Might be Nashville.
Yeah. I've heard people say Nashville hot chicken, not that.
Problem is everybody says Nashville. There's like
Nashville. Now I walked in there the first day they opened. Let me see. I took a picture. I walked in.
By the way, I hope everybody knows
Crimson Coward
show is going to be now. It's like we're going to talk about sports, but we're also going to tangent off on random food.
Yeah, so it was Crimson Coward Nashville hot chicken. It's like a big chain coming from the West Coast.
I've never heard of it.
It was the first day, so I'm gonna give them another shot. The first time I just saw it, walked in. There's 30 people behind the counter.
The thing that bothers me, and I would put Chick-fil-A ahead of Wingstop. The fact is that Chick-fil-A up here doesn't have
it's wings. Wingstop has wings. Chick-fil-A doesn't have wings.
But Chick-fil-A, but they both have tenders, which is what I do.
Nah, that's not what you don't go to Wingstop.
So that's probably why you got to get the wings though.
The wings.
Yeah, you got to get some wings.
The wings.
I'm very particular about my wings.
Or get the boneless wings. That might be a little better than the tender.
Oh,
all flats for me.
Well, for me, it's just like I don't know. For me, it was just the seasoning is the same. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just thought the seasoning is the same on across the board.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They have a lot of good flavors too. They're all well done.
My favorite.
I like well done wings.
That hot honey gas.
Yeah.
Man.
Garlic parmesan.
Jay, we gotta go back to Wazuzu.
Wazuzu. What was that? The lasagna?
No. Wazuzu was the Chinese place at the Encore. We all got to go. We all got to go there. Carrie knows that's our go-to.
I haven't been there.
No, I know you were. As soon as I said that, I was like, wait a minute, you weren't there. It was Brandon that went with us.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
But we'll go. That's the best. That's screw everybody else. That's the best Asian food in Vegas is Wazuzu.
Fair.
I'm just excited, man. It's now give me another reason to look forward to March again. I was upset, but now we're going back, so I'm excited.
Yeah, we're going back.
For sure.
All right, back to basics here.
What you doing in these games?
Back to basics. I don't like either of these two games, but I'm going to lean Miami. No.
I swear to God, if you take the Hawks,
literally, I'm not going to say. I'm definitely not. I'm telling you now, before I even do the Miami, I'm not taking the Hawks. How about that?
Okay. All right.
I'm not taking the Hawks. I'm not taking the Pelicans. It's really easy. You just say these words. I'm taking a Ruffalo. It's okay. Nobody's going to get upset. Nobody's going to yell at you. Your mom's not going to call you. Like it's okay.
You don't know my mother.
She's not going to call you.
No, look what you've done.
Look what you did. Mom, I'm sorry.
Ma.
No, so I got a funny story.
We'll take the Hawks.
I just brought this up. So maybe a month ago, I was having, I guess, like we were having the technical difficulties where if I came on late, you couldn't hear me. So then I just came off the show and I didn't come back on. So
those weren't technical difficulties.
well, that's what I was told. So I texted Mitch. I'm like, I'll see you Friday. Well, my dad took it personally. He goes, "What's wrong? Is everything okay? Is he not having you?" Like he was really upset. Like watching the show every time. He was like really concerned and upset. I said, "Dad, it's okay. It was just technical difficulties." Man, what I would do to argue with that bald-headed man one more time.
Man.
Anyways.
Miami Heat for me. Boston has not been good against the spread. That they keep winning games against teams they should beat. I mean, they only have 4 losses in the season, but I just think it's too many points. Miami has been serviceable on the road. Anytime they've been getting 2, 3, up to 5 points, they're not covering on the road, but that's an extended number that's going to reach double digits. There's only one game that they actually got blown out, and that was in late October on the road. So this team keeps it close, and I think with the factor of Hero, if his shot's on, they're going to keep it within a 5 to 6 point game at the end. Like the guy's a super stud, but I'm not taking Boston 10 points. I don't like it either. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked either way, and I wouldn't be shocked if Miami came in there and somehow upset them altogether. Because nobody expects Boston to lose 2 in a row. It's not going to happen. We've seen crazier things.
Fair. Let's keep it rolling. Next 2, we got the Nets and the Bulls, and the Lakers and the T-Wolves. Roof?
I'm going dog hunting today. Give me the Lakers plus the 8. I think you alluded to it earlier. You don't just fluke into the name the House of Disappointment. I think with the Lakers, there's always the concern that on a back-to-back, you might not see Anthony Davis or LeBron James. But I have no desire to lay 8 points with the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are 2-8 against the number as a home favorite this season. Mm-hmm. It is not a good look for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's the second worst mark of teams with at least 5 games, the home favorite so far this season, only ahead of the Atlanta Hawks. But
you say it with pride.
I'm not saying it with pride because I gave him out and then I realized the Atlanta Hawks home favorite. Shit. But yeah, no Minnesota for me. I think this team is broken. Like I said earlier, they're one of the toxic ex-girlfriends. You know, they're supposed to be better than they are, and I'm not expecting a leopard to change its spots overnight. Give me the Lakers plus the points, and give me the Nets plus the 7.5. I know this injury report is bowling shoe ugly for the Brooklyn Nets still, but the Chicago Bulls have given up 135 or more points in 6 of their 8 home games this season. Defense is seriously an issue for the Chicago Bulls. They're the worst defensive home team in the NBA. Brooklyn, they barely missed out on a cover yesterday against the Orlando Magic. I know it's a back-to-back with travel, but I think that they can sneak in the back door here against the Chicago Bulls, who like I said, I don't think they should be laying 7.5 points against anybody. And I believe they lost outright. It gave 135 to the Jazz, the lone game they were favored at home this season. So give me the Brooklyn Nets plus 7.5.
Costin.
I'm with Roof on both, but I'll just give you an analysis of why I like the Lakers in the first one and the Nets in the second. I don't see it. The fact that the Lakers are getting 8 points, I don't see it. When I did my own number on this game, I had 4.5. Minnesota has been a disappointment. And the Lakers, their losses in their last 10 games, all teams are going to be in the playoffs. Memphis, Magic, Denver, Phoenix, and the Thunder Buddies. I mean, this team has been serviceable on the road. They're 5-5. And Minnesota, they're 6-4 at home, but like Roof said, they're not covering. So I think 8 is too much in this matchup. I would sprinkle a little bit on the Lakers money line as well. The House of Disappointment will keep disappointing if you keep taking them at home with extended favorite pricing. So Lakers for me. And then I'm again with Roof as well on the Nets. Chicago is a dumpster fire. They suck. They give up a lot of points. And why would I think the Nets are a better team heads up. The fact that they're getting points, getting 7.5 points. Another one of those games, I thought the Nets would be getting 4.5. when I look at the look ahead games a couple days in advance, and they're getting 7.5. And I know they have a laundry list of injuries, but I just don't see it, man. Chicago shouldn't be 7.5 over many teams in the league. So take the Nets with the points.
I'm on Chicago. It's a great spot for Chicago. First of all, they come into the game with major rest advantage. They haven't played since like the 29th. Brooklyn comes into this game on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. And this game falls into one of my favorite spots and situations. It's a bounce-back game at home. That also happens to be a revenge game. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. You just can't beat the spot. And I think the Bulls show up at home today, get a nice home win. Nets are beat up. Nets might, just die late fourth quarter like we've seen them do in certain games. They'll be in it for most of it, and then they'll just die in the fourth quarter. We've seen them do it many a times. So I think this is a nice double-digit home win for Chicago, honestly. And then the other one, I'm with you guys on the Lakers. House of disappointment. I don't trust them at all. Now, this is a revenge game at home for Minnesota, but it's not a bounce-back revenge game. They're different. Minnesota won their last game heading into this game, so not as motivated as coming off a loss. I understand that the Lakers injury report is ugly. D'Lo, Austin Reeves, missing in this one, but LeBron and AD. Right now, currently, I looked again. They're not on the injury report. Line's gone up to 8.5. I'm not saying they won't be later on in the day, but as of right now, currently, they're not. I want the points in my back pocket with the Lakers. I also kind of want to sprinkle on the money line with them. I think they have a legitimate chance to go and win this game outright. The Timberwolves are not a good basketball team. I'm just going to trust my eyes. And my eyes are telling me the Timberwolves are not a good team. They're overrated. They're overvalued. You know what happened? Let me tell you what happened. Minnesota came into this season with expectations. Ruffalo, why do we call them the house of disappointment? Because every time they have expectations,
fail to live up to them.
They fail to live up to them. It's just who they are. It's who they've been. When they're like in the underdog role, when you don't expect them to do nothing, when everybody's off the boat, that's when the Wolves are at their best. But when you expect them to do something, they never do it. They never do it. So I want to point to my pocket with the Lakers, and I also want to sprinkle a bit on the money line. That's NBA, fellas. Let's talk some NFL. National Football League. Last game of the day, too. We got Denver laying 6.5 on Cleveland. Who was first last one? Roof was. So Costi, I believe you're up here.
I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns here. I had already released it for my clients days ago. The line really hasn't moved, so it's not really you're getting a disadvantage or advantage right now. It's going to take a lot for this line to go to 7, so I don't believe it's going to get there. The Jameis Winston effect has definitely helped these Browns show some life. I mean, I get it. When they went on the road and they got smashed by New Orleans, people are going to look at that and say, well, Denver should do the same at home. Probably the rookie of the year right now in the NFL with Knicks. They have the defense. They have the running game. They, on paper, you look at it and you say Denver has covered 5 of its last 6. They're 7-5. They should have a strong home field advantage, but I just think it's way too many points here. I think most of the public is going to be on Denver tonight. And as a contrarian, and a lot of the sharps will be on Cleveland for that exact reason. It's the NFL for a reason. 6 points is a lot in the NFL. Give me the Browns.
I'm on Cleveland as well, I believe, in this game. Broncos are the better team. Broncos are improved. But I just want the points in my back pocket. I just think this is probably going to be an ugly, low scoring, not that fun style game. I think I like Bo Nix for a pick. I like Jameis for a pick. So give me both quarterbacks for an INT. Give me Damn, man. Give me a Nick Chubb anytime touchdown. Let me think. Give me a Jerry Judy anytime touchdown.
What is going on today?
Oh.
What? And that's where you use it. In what world do we start giving anytime touchdowns to Jerry Judy? I mean, what is going on today? It's like the Twilight Zone in here.
Oh man, give me the Jerry Judy anytime touchdown, man. I gotta do it. Revenge game for Jerry Judy too in Denver.
That's a head scratcher.
Hey, I'm with you. Scribble. Today would be the day. Today.
You've lost your mind. You guys, you're on something.
I actually love it a lot. Give me Jerry Judy anytime touchdown, man. Parlay it up with the Nick Chubb. Yep. And the Jameis pick. Yep. That's all I like here.
Jameis Winston or Jerry Judy?
Jameis.
There you go.
Yeah, give me the over here.
Sexy.
Give me the over. I don't think that Myles Garrett's going to be able to get to Bo Nix. The Denver Broncos offensive line's given up 1.6 sacks per game this season, fourth best in the NFL. So I think they'll be able to keep Myles Garrett at bay, let Bo Nix stay on his feet, make the plays that he has to. But I'd be foolish to not acknowledge the improvement that Cleveland's shown with Jameis Winston. Infused a little bit of life into this team. Is it enough to get the cover? I'm not 100% sure. But I do think that we're going to see some points in this game. 41.5 for me is sky high for a Denver-Cleveland matchup. It's just like, if you were to just see it, just two random teams in the NFL, normally you'd probably see a total around 46, 45, 46. For me, this might as well be these two teams playing to a total of 50. It's just like, this is a sky high total for these two. So give me the over. I think we got a bit of a higher scoring game here.
Fair enough, fellas. Well, that concludes covering all the games. As stated, what was that, Saturday? Everybody was asking Mitch's wife, Carrie, what they can do for her and things of that nature. She says she's really overwhelmed with all the love that she's received. And she said she's only one person. She really doesn't need, anything, food, flowers, and things of that nature. So what she would like, and what she would ask, in honor of Mitch's dog of the day, donate to your favorite canine charity today. That would be one of the best honors you could do in honor of Mitch's dog of the day. Something that, was one of his staples, something that he loved doing, and something that, kind of inspired him to do what he did and do what he does, here at Pick Dog. So he loved him a good dog, man. A good
Shout out Sammy.
Shout out Sammy, man. Shout out Sammy. So donate to your favorite canine charity is her wishes right now. That'd be great. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, also for all the kind wishes from me you sent me and things of that nature over the last couple of days. They've really meant a lot to me, man, for real. And all the well wishes to the Pick Dogs family. This is a big old family that he built, and we're gonna continue to do it for him, man. That's what we're doing. That's what we're gonna do. He always told us that was the game plan had this ever happened. Honestly, I used to think he was just yapping, bro. Just like, Mitch, be quiet, bro. That shit never finna happen, bro. Man, shout out the GOAT, though, man. Shout out the GOAT. Appreciate all y'all that continue to tune into this morning show. Y'all know what time it is, though. It's parlay time. Parlay.
You think he'll allow me to play the song?
Your phone's gonna, and all of a sudden your phone's gonna shut down. It's just gonna be a sign. Like,
oh man,
keep that AI generated bullshit.
I'll have a listen. I can get a real recording. I'm connected, man. I got people in the industry that can record a real parlay song.
Roof, man, lead us off, man. Forgot.
Oh man. All right, let's go with.
And what are you selling today?
I shoot, I completely blanked on that. For sale today, I got my NFL Platinum play from Monday night. I said went 4-0 yesterday, so I'm gonna finish the week in style. Got an NHL Power play for $15 and my NBA 3-pack on the board. But parlay today, let's go to college hoops, and let's take just because I love the bit, the Fighting McMortys of Pacific. Let's go with Yale plus the 3.5 and the under in Loyola, Maryland and Coppin State.
Fair enough. Costi, talk to us,
So
man.
something just came to me, and I think we were doing it wrong this whole time.
Just let it out. Just put it on mute, and you can just let it out.
Something just came to me. Since my cell phone number is posted on the site under Insider Plays, any fan of the show wants to make a parlay song, send me the song, and then I'll get 5 or 6, and I'll play them on air, and we could vote on which one will come on. I think that's a better way, coming organically within the family, because that's how Mitch did it in the past with the logo, with a lot of the things, and I think that we'll see. We could at least take it from there, and I can give you guys some good options. How about that? Just be open-minded. That's all I ask. Just be open-minded.
Costi in this parlay.
Last time Costi asked me to be open-minded in Vegas and almost ended up with him with a separated shoulder.
Just be open.
Pause. Wait, that came out bad. Hold on, that came out terrible.
All right. If you guys want to get connected with me, like I'd mentioned on many of shows with Mitch, the product that I bring to the platform is very unique, and it's different from anything else that is presented on here, where you could buy independent cappers like these two guys above me that are very, very good. But if you're want more hands-on and you want more unit ratings, because we rate everything on a different scale, if you want to be a part of that and you have a bankroll of 10,000 or more, definitely shoot me a text. My cell phone number is plastered on the premium picks drop down. You can click Insider Plays. That's only my number. It doesn't go to a third world country. This is not somebody's answering service. It is my personal cell phone that's listed on there. I will personally give you a free consultation and see if it is for you. And if it's not, usually I just I suggest one or the other that you see above me based on the sport, because a lot of people are just not. Most people that watch the show know that, but the people that usually text me that just go to the website, they go, "Oh, who wants NBA? I just want to bet NBA," and I just go right to Jay Briggs. That's the GOAT. College football, go to Chris. So, and beyond. So if you want to hit me up, feel free. I'm always here providing content for you guys for free every single day, and I will keep doing it.
You got a parlay?
Parlay for me. We're going to go Browns, Lakers, Nets.
For me today, I got one play, just one. I thought about adding another one. Probably not though. Probably just gonna keep it low key. Keep it low key today. Just one play. I'm gonna bet it fairly big though. So if you're rocking with me, rock with me. You can scoop it up $25 over at Pick Dogs Premium. It's my NBA play of the day, NBA play of the night. We've hit 4 in a row on that play, so this will be our 5th in a row. We've also hit 9 of 11 on that play. So just trying to keep it rolling. You can scoop it up over at Pick Dogs Premium or hop on something long term. And as we continue to beat up the books, I'm gonna give y'all a lay. I like that prop one I gave y'all. Nick Chubb, anytime touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, anytime touchdown. Jameis for an interception. Bo Nix for an interception. Man, I really like that. But for game wise, I'll go Maple Leafs laying the 1.5. I'll go Cleveland Browns And I'll go UT Arlington laying the points on ULM college hoops. So little 3-teamer for y'all boys right there. Any final words from you two fellas before we get out of here?
I think we're good.
Money making Monday.
Money making Monday, man. We
MMM.
appreciate each and every one of y'all that continue to tune in and join us, man. It's not gonna be easy, but we're here. We'll try to push through just the way he will want us to do. Remember, donate to your favorite K9 organization today in honor of Mitch and the dog of the day. We appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back tomorrow. We're back with the individual content as well, man. So just be with us. Continue to lift us up. Appreciate y'all, man. We out of here. Peace.